What is up, champs? Champion Trucker coming back at you with a new video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about my experience with JB Hunt over 2 years, why I left, all that and more. I have already made this video like 3 times, and I really want to condense it down to a more concise kind of palatized version for you guys. I want the short answer, the long story, all that and more coming up. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Also follow me on IG. That's PAPAHOTCH, Papa Hotch, for any kind of trucking memes or also some of my personal life vlogs with the stories. Do that, please. And let's go ahead and roll that intro. Okay, so I was with JB Hunt for a year before I left. And so I decided to leave, and I was just like, you know what? I think I could do better. My schedule was kind of chaotic. I'm on a unique account where I do truck-to-truck transfers, and also I have to use an electric pallet jack to take off the load. And my mindset at that time was very, I would say, childish, because anything difficult, I would literally want to quit and give up, even though it was something that it wasn't a detriment to my CDL, but it was a moment where I could have just actually learned, and if I calmed down and took it slow, I would have alleviated a lot of stress. But the account was stressful in aspects like I had to wake up at 2 a.m., finish my day at 2 p.m. My time would pretty much reset after 10 hours, and then I would have to go again. My shift was all over the place, and I was also dealing with the fact of a divorce. So I was literally all over the place within both my personal and my career life. And I had no sense of like anchor, but yet I settled, and I was here for over a year, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to look for better. And I was offered a position at Performance Food Group, which is not a bad company, but they did do some stuff to me that I did not like, and I wish that it went differently. I was supposed to be paid probably additional 1,000 or less, and I was never paid that. It was kind of crazy. I was like, okay. Because I took on additional days, my cents per box was just not matching up. It was a very weird check. So they told me they were going to get it fixed, never got it fixed. So I realized that, dang, over at JB Hunt, I had a bountiful options when it came to accounts. And I looked around it. I was just like, okay. At Performance Food Group, I even let one of my boss, literally I work with my boss, I lend him my speaker so he could just crash in a hotel for one night, trying to do something with some chick. And he wanted to borrow my speaker. This is at Performance Food Group. And I left, and I told him, hey, can I have my speaker back? He was like, nah, bro, you can't have your speaker back. This is my boss, mind you. And so I told him, okay, either I can have my speaker back, or I'm going to have to talk to somebody in corporate. He was like, oh, I was just kidding, bro. And he dropped it off, never saw him again, everything like that. So I came back to JB Hunt. And I realized that the grass is not always greener on the other side. Shout out to Big Ward for this. I don't know if he created it, but it seemed like the grass was just it was brown, but a green light was on it, right? It looked nice, but then you remove that light, it was some brown, dead grass over there. So I came back to JB Hunt. Did anything change? Did I get paid more? No, I didn't get paid more. Everything stayed the same until I realized the big key when it comes down to some accounts. If you're on the dedicated account, now the person who trained me was with JB Hunt for quite a while, for quite some time. And he had some problems back at home, and he could no longer do the traversing of one state to another. He was coming from another state, mind you, to work for this account. So he couldn't do it anymore. And he said that I got to focus on home, find something local. And so 2 accounts opened up. Another person left. 2 different routes that were always kind of like, I was kind of like an extra board. Whatever was open, I was fiending for it. And I didn't realize that. So I took on the one that I would go out, sleep for the night in the truck, go to this one stop, go all the way back. It was easy, but you would have to literally start on the Sunday, end on a Thursday. And I was just like, after a while of doing it, I was like, can I be put on this other account? The one that my old mentor that had to leave was on. And pretty much my boss said, yeah, we'll put you on that one. And ever since then, for the past year, I've been doing that. Because I've been here almost 2 years consistently. I even got my 2-year, safety things, and I'm going to be putting it on my jean jacket, but it's warming up, so that kind of sucks. And that all happened. And I was really happy about it. But there's always kind of a problem. When everything matches up, there's always one thing that might not align. And that was Thursday, Friday. My Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was all bountiful. I knew what I was doing. And unfortunately, Tuesday and Thursday were up in the air. Thursday and Friday were up in the air. And I didn't know what I was doing. Typically, I would have to go to different accounts in order to make up money. Because everybody else, either they're washing trailers, which is going to get you your daily rate if you work and do that. But I would take on odd jobs from different accounts. So I've been on a lot of accounts within JB Hunt, all with their different pros and cons, I definitely have to say. And the way the trailers, the quality, everybody's account is different and they're all handled differently. So understand that when coming to JB Hunt. Because my experience, I do have to say overall, started off tough, but now it's more consistent. So my biggest downfall was my own choice. Since work was slow, I decided that Fridays, if they didn't call me in, didn't ask me if I wanted to work, then I'd just kind of not do it. And I realized I was missing out on $1,000 a month. Some people can live without it, but in my mind state, I'm trying to get out of debt because of the stupidity that I've done in the past. I was just like, that's $1,000 on the board that I'm just leaving. And I was contented, I was very content with that. Not anymore. So one day, my cousin came back in December from California to visit the family. And we had a discussion and we were like, why don't we talk to each other? Shout out to my blood cousin. This is my real cousin, CDL.KCO here on YouTube, which is CDL Keiko. He's my cousin. His channel will be down below. But we had a discussion like, why don't we talk? We talked about certain things and getting on our grind and whatnot. And we talked about trucking. And, I told him about, my perspective of trucking. And I told him, take what I say and apply it where you need it. That's it. I have a lot of people within this trucking industry that get super mad when you don't take a position or you don't want to leave your job. I hate to say it. Like, I have this one dude that I'm like, bro, I did the math. The math ain't mathing if I take that move. And so this was a while ago. And I told him, I'm happy where I'm at, bro. And a lot of people will take offense to that, like it's their lives. And those people, just cut them off. That's stupid. Honestly, if they want to have a problem, like I could tell my cousin, work for my company. Imagine me getting mad because he doesn't want to do it. He wants to find his own way. He's inspired by the things that I did. But then I get mad because he doesn't want to do everything I did. I don't want him to be me. I want him to be like, okay, this is a path he chose. I like that. I'm going to do it my way. And he'll find something that will work for him. That's how the trucking industry should work. But no, everybody in this kind of like got an opinion, right? I never went underneath anybody else's like rookies or anything. I've seen rookies and I don't say anything. I just be like, okay, they're doing their thing, right? So, we had that discussion and that put a flame under my butt. I was just like, you know what? I need to work. So one day my boss called me, say, hey, there's this account, PSP, Pet Supply Plus, that needs help. Do you want to do it? You have to sleep in the truck. You have to use an electric pallet jack inside the trailer. I was a little confused. I was like, what? What is that? I did it and it was tough, but I did it. And I liked it. And so I found consistency. I knew what I was doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And it didn't happen all in 1 month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 months. It happened over a year. And I'm happy. That's all I got to say. I wish I got paid more. I'm not going to lie, but you know what? I have to look at my work-life balance, and some people get paid more and don't have a work-life balance. And what I think JB Hunt gives me is a lot. And so I'm at the point that I like what I do. And I hope that JB Hunt keeps rewarding me as I keep working for them. I understand they're a mega carrier, right? They're a mega carrier. I could lose my job tomorrow. I hope not. I pray to God not, and knock on wood. But it's the reality of it. And I'm happy in the moment that it lasts. And I could come on here tomorrow and be like, hey, it's over. I hope not. I pray to God not. But some of you have to be happy where you're at. Let's just say you only dedicated 3 months. I'm going to be honest, you don't know anything. Now, if it's been over a year and no changes have been made, no recommendations, nothing like that, recognition, then that's your choice. You have to do the pros and cons about everything. And I did my pros and cons when it comes down to JB Hunt. And JB Hunt wins astoundingly. Some of you got to think about this. Do you get your own truck? I made my truck me. I love coming into my truck. Why? Because I made it me. I got to spend time in here. So some of you got to spend time in the office that's watching this. Make it you. I was talking to one of the dispatchers here. Pretty cool guy. And I was just like, when are you going to make your desk look like you? He was like, well, I'm going to put up a couple of like a 1 year safety thing. I was like, bro, what? Why? That's boring. But whatever it is to make you in your spot. Even when I had the most tedious sales job that I hated, I was just like, man, I don't know what this guy wants. Like, leave me alone. We don't work for the same company. Like, man, I hate when people be nosy. They be looking into your truck, wondering what you're doing. Like, leave me alone. I'm just trying to record a video, man. That's it. But if you made it this far and you're interested in working for JB Hunt, and this is why I didn't put it in the beginning, you can use my referral code, which is, I believe, I don't know if it's your alpha or something like that, but I'm going to put my name, Xavier Tribble. That's my name. If you want to put me down as a reference, I thank you. I don't make videos like this all the time. I don't use JB Hunt in the title anymore. But I know that there's people out there that want information, and I get it. And I understand that to get views in the trucking industry right now is to provide information. And for me, only for me. I can only speak for me. I understand other people do things differently, and there's no knock on that. But I only try to talk about my experience. I can't help anybody out except for what I know and what I trust myself to know, and what somebody else can kind of eat on. So yeah, I know that some of you are looking for a company to move to, and I can't say JB Hunt's perfect, but JB Hunt has definitely been my consistent factor within my ups and downs in my personal life. It hasn't always been great, as you guys can tell, or heard, the divorce. I had a girlfriend, had a lot of things that happened in my personal life that it was hard. But one thing always stayed consistent: JB Hunt. And plus, before I even joined JB Hunt, I didn't know that their slogan was "Drive Like a Champion Today," which, I'm champion trucker, but I named that before I knew that. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that what I provided was great information for you. If you have any questions, head on over to my Instagram. Don't email me. I don't really check that email like that. Instagram, DMs. You can ask other people. I have literally hit them up and talk to them in the Instagram. I will be trying to go live maybe Monday nights in the truck. So I'll have a live show and we'll talk and get to know each other on a deeper level than just me making YouTube videos. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch all of you in the next one. Peace.